Joining us now is Howard Kurtz, media Buzz host. I think that's a sort of a detraction from journalistic standards, and I think you'd agree with that, Howard.
Right. Of course, CNBC may not have known of this behind-the-scenes collusion, but if I were running CNBC, I would never again have this guy on. Now, it's not shocking, Stuart, that a former Bill Clinton advisor would consult with the Clinton campaign, but this skullduggery when Trump was calling in and he's talking to the chairman of Hillary Clinton's campaign about what question would most embarrass Donald Trump. Wasn't a bad question, but it was obviously approved by the Hillary folks. I think CNBC and CNBC's viewers really got screwed here.
Now, Donald Trump is saying that this is a rigged election, in part because of the media's overwhelming support for and organization of material to expose Donald Trump. I think that he's right in the sense that there is a media pile-on here, but I'm not sure there's any proof of actual collusion from one news organization to another to get together to beat Donald Trump. What say you?
Well, there certainly are isolated instances, such as a former CNN contributor, Donna Brazile, now the head of the Democratic Party, feeding a question in advance to the Clinton campaign before a CNN town hall a few months ago. Overall, when Trump is talking, or is stepping up his rhetoric, I should say, about the media helping to rig this election, what he's talking about in part are the accusations from these women of various forms of sexual misconduct. We don't know whether that's true or not, but they are on the record. They are being reported by news outlets. I don't see any collusion. I don't see any evidence of collusion on that with the Clinton campaign. At the same time, I'm a little surprised that Trump is spending as much time as he is prosecuting this case rather than talking about his core issues that would help him win this election rather than complaining about it being rigged.
Would you settle for this, Howard? There has been interference on the part of the media with the election, in the sense that bad material was timed for release to do maximum damage to one candidate, Donald Trump. Gross interference?
Well, I'm not going to buy into the notion that the media were just waiting for an October surprise and then rounded up all these women. The women came forward, as far as I can tell, on their own. But, Stuart, absolutely no question, the media bias against Donald Trump has been quite evident since the day he rode down that escalator at Trump Tower. It has gotten much worse since the conventions, I would say. And now there's just open warfare. He says we're rigging the election. Increasingly, I see journalists writing about Donald Trump and conspiracy theories. It's getting really ugly, and he does have a complaint, although I might not agree with all the specifics of the complaint.
Fair point. Howard Kurtz, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, Howie. Appreciate it.
Great to see you.